It's halftime of today's game between the Eagles and the Findlay Oilers. We welcome you back to our continuing coverage of AU football on Fox Sports 1340. Time for our Eagles profile segment for the week. And for that, we welcome in a familiar face. He's been with us many times before. That's redshirt senior Ethan Enders out of Marion, Ohio, Pleasant High School. Wears number 75 on his Ashland jersey. And, well, he's got a front row seat to every offensive play the Eagles run as the starting center. And Ethan, welcome back. Big week.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right, so Findlay in town, your last go-around against the Oilers. It's been a long career for you, and you saved the best for last.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you can't do anything better than having Findlay late in the year here at home. So very excited.
Preparation for this game, Ethan, we're taping this on Thursday after practice is over, so you've had a full week of prep time. What has been the sort of the mindset in practice, and how would you describe the energy level?
Every week, as Coach Geiser says, the goal is to go 1-0, no matter the opponent. So everyone's locked in, and the goal is always to go 1-0 this week.
What types of challenges, if any, will Findlay provide in this game, maybe that stands out from some of the other teams?
Yeah, when you look at a program like Findlay, Coach Allen's going to have those boys ready to go. Up front, they're big and physical. Kudos to them. They're a great football team, and they're going to have some bells and whistles for us, and we're just going to handle the chaos.
You guys have been a big part of the Eagles' success, meeting you and the offensive line, your teammates in the trenches, Ethan, and I know that was a sort of a point of excitement coming into the season because everybody was back, a lot of experience at those positions. How have you felt it has worked out, and how do you describe the successes of the offensive line unit so far?
Yeah, anytime you can return all five guys is something special. Success, the only thing that counts at the end of the day is making sure we're 1-0 as a team. For us to succeed, everyone's got to succeed. So that's a feeling we don't take lightly. We like everyone to succeed, whether it's Cam throwing the ball, our true freshman running back coming in, having to take some carries for us. If we do our job, they get to succeed, which makes us happy.
Ethan, you beat me to the punch. I was going to ask you about Chris Maloney. And of course, last week it was good and bad. We were seeing guys drop like flies for a little while in that game, including a couple of running backs. But, we had seen Chris play pretty well in mop-up time against Kentucky Wesleyan. We had over 90 yards. But, boy, he really answered the bell on Saturday. What was maybe the mindset on the offensive line with a guy like him back there as opposed to some of the other guys? Yeah,
anytime you're going to lean onto a true freshman, I think as older guys, especially older guys up front, we got to take the bull by the horn and really lead, arm around the guy, make sure we're blocking our butts off for him, try to keep things as clean as possible. We're just really excited for him to get in there. Definitely maybe a different back than some of the other guys, but excited for him to get some carries.
A 39-yarder was a thing of beauty, wasn't it?
Yes, sir, absolutely. You don't get much better than that.
We're visiting with Ethan Enders here on our halftime show. We'll continue more with our conversation in just a moment. Stay tuned. You're listening to AU Football on Fox Sports 1340. Continuing our conversation with senior center Ethan Enders of the Eagles. He's easy to spot out there, number 75 on his Ashland jersey, and it's been a great run here, 7 straight wins, all in the conference, Ethan, and can't ask for more than that. This has been a true team effort, but you guys obviously work up front in front of Cam Blair, who, I don't know how many weeks I've looked down at the stat sheet and seen 0 sacks. I know that's probably the stat that you love the most.
Absolutely. Anytime you can keep the quarterback's jersey clean and keep him upright is a good day for us, for sure.
You have worked with Trevor Bazinski the last 2 years, and Cam getting his shot this season as a redshirt senior. From just the center-quarterback relationship, how does it differ between Trevor and Cam?
With both guys, real tight, great friends, obviously, is good to have between the two of us. Love both guys, love blocking for both. A little different schematically, blocking for one versus the other. Trevor was a big stand in the pocket, take a hit, but he's going to launch it. And Cam's maybe a little bit more mobile than Trevor, but just love both those guys, and always a pleasure to block for them.
What is kind of maybe the key in terms of getting Cam off to a play in good shape as opposed to a guy like Trevor who was more of a pocket passer? Is there any differences just in terms of the cadence or snap count or any of those things that make a difference to maybe put him in a good position?
Communication up front, definitely. Communication with my room and his room to make sure we're in the right stuff. Cadence-wise and everything, we're the same deal. We're going to try to do what we do.
Well, Ethan, you guys work with Jim Cordell, and we've talked to him throughout the season and just love the way he works with the players. And I don't know that I've ever seen Jim more fired up than when things got a little chippy at Tiffin at the end of the game. He was sort of back to his New York Giants days, kind of throwing bodies around to keep everybody separated. But I know he has a great impact on you guys and you personally, and you're coming down the home stretch with him now as a player and coach relationship. What has he meant to you?
Yeah, he's meant the world. Anytime I started my career with Coach Geiser, and then I get to hit the home stretch with Coach Cordell. Great guy, a lot of ball knowledge to learn from him, from his coaching days and his playing days. I mean, he's got a Super Bowl, so anytime you can listen to a guy like that and just soak up the knowledge that he can pass on is something extremely special for me and for all the guys up front. But it's real easy to get up and make sure we play for him.
Obviously, Ethan, I know you're focused on Findlay as we're taping this. You got to get through this Saturday, but I know Senior Day is coming up. What will that mean to you, Senior Day, for Ethan Enders at Jack Miller Stadium?
Yeah, it's hard to believe. I always joked with the older guys when I was young that, hey, you've been here for half a decade. Wrapping up year 5 is something special here at Jack Miller. To put on the purple and the gold is really special. And hopefully we can come out with this game with a win and keep on that journey to keep wearing the purple and gold would be something really special.
Yeah, along that line, Ethan, you had a chance to taste it last year, a playoff win that we'll never forget at Charleston, and then kind of a heartbreaker at Cal. But 2 weeks into the playoffs, I know you guys want to exceed that this year. What would that mean to be able to just make a deep playoff run here as your swan song?
Obviously, you can't look ahead too far. Got to go 1-0 every week. That's the most important thing. But being able to maybe cap off a career and leave, you want to leave your imprint on the program, leave your legacy for this senior class to be able to maybe do something that no other class has done would be extremely special for us to take on as we part ways from there.
Always ask Ethan how things are going for you in the classroom and maybe what your plans are academically from here on out and maybe what your plans are once things are wrapped up on the field.
Yeah, hey, I'll finish my master's, my MBA this semester, try to get my school treasurer's license and getting married at the end of March. So real exciting lifetimes coming up for me.
A lot on the docket for Ethan Enders. We appreciate the chance to catch up with you, my friend. Good luck against the Oilers, and stay well, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, that is Ethan Enders joining us here on our halftime show. Please stay tuned. We'll have more from the stadium coming up after this short timeout, including a look at the first half stats. You're listening to AU Football on Fox Sports 1340.